are filming. We're back. I won't put that in the edit.
Vlog with P&P and end up making Godfather Part 4.
Basically. Yay! That's better. Boo-be-doo-boo.
Talk about 30-40 minutes.
I'll tell you the mic is actually on.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Whatever flows.
Alright. Do that because quite a lot of people like those two. So now I know what to leave you to be.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the latest Target Transfers podcast, your podcast for everything heat printing, heat application, heat presses, heat transfer vinyl. We've got you covered here. I'm Andy Rogers, marketing manager here, and I'm joined by Molly, marketing coordinator here. Hi, Molly.
Hello. Yes, good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So we're just going to do a bit of a wrap up of Printwear Promotion Live, which happened this weekend, held at the NEC from Sunday the 24th through to Tuesday the 26th. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the biggest show of the year, what we saw there, what sort of questions that you guys are asking us, and anything that we think might be useful to help you day to day in your business. So that's what we've got covered today.
It was a good weekend.
It's very good.
Very good.
We had there was lots of people attending, so if no one's attended the show yet. This was the first show in probably 2 and a bit years, and it was really well attended. It might have been one of the best attended shows in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I haven't recovered yet.
I haven't recovered yet.
I'm still very tired. But no, it was brilliant. And it was my first trade show, and I was so surprised by how many. It was just nice to talk to people who knew about heat printing, which sounds really silly, but it's a really niche industry, especially when you're in marketing. And everyone that came over sort of understood what you were saying straight away. It was a great experience.
Yeah, I think that was a really encouraging thing, is that there's so many people there who had spent the time to do their homework and hadn't gone there on a whim, that's really serious about starting their brands or growing their businesses, which is really encouraging to see, really exciting to see as well, actually.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was great. I was very sad to leave. I grew rather attached to our stand, and by the third day, it did feel a bit like home. And I said to Andy, "Can we take it with us?" No, it was good. Good weekend.
So I just wanted to kind of let you know what you might have missed if you couldn't attend. Don't worry about it. There's lots of other great events that will be going on throughout the year that we'll be hosting ourselves. But just for a little bit about what we saw there, what we had on display there. So the biggest launch product at the show was something called Ultracolor Max. So this is a direct-to-film heat transfer. So I know that probably quite a lot of you read about this over the last couple of months. This is one of the big new transfer products that's out there on the market, and it kind of had its...
Sorry, I've just realised that... At what point did that change? Technical issues.
So the biggest product and biggest launch that we saw at the show was something called Ultracolor Max, which is a direct-to-film heat transfer. And for those of you in the industry who have been sort of keeping your eye on the new products out there, this is something, direct-to-film heat transfers are something that's going to be really big this year. And we're really proud to be at the forefront of this great new product. We call it Ultracolor Max. Some people call it direct-to-film heat transfers, DTF. And anyone that's new to the industry, this is essentially just a variation on a heat transfer. We're going to have some events coming up about this, and there'll be some live events as well. So we can really deep dive into that in a future episode and future YouTube live. So do keep an eye on that.
Before we get started and delve fully into it, though, I've had a few people message us on socials and email us in, and they want to know what the difference is between Ultracolor Standard and new Ultracolor Max DTF.
So the main difference really is that you can order one of Ultracolor Max. So they're marginally different products to get to the end result.
In the way that we manufacture them, not in the end result.
Yes, the main thing is not to kind of get too hung up on how the transfer's made. It's what the transfer will actually end up being like, which is most important. Yeah. We've made our DTF process to be in line with Ultracolor Standard, which everyone knows and loves already. So it means if you want to do short run products with the Ultracolor Max, you can order a one-off sheet, and it'd be 55 by 55 centimeters, maybe £29. So it means you've got a product to do your sampling on, which you can then turn into an ultra-colour standard product afterwards.
So the quality, the application, everything like that is near enough the same colours, same vibrancy. It will still feel as soft as ultra colour standard. So yeah, we basically just introduced a product that will allow you guys to do short runs personalisation, like Andy said, and order a minimum of one, which is what you've been asking us for. So we've used DTF to bring that to you.
Yeah, the main thing to remember with direct-to-film heat transfers is that they're for short runs. So we did have a bit of confusion with people we met at the show, thinking actually I might do 1,000 of these, and it's not really what it's there for. It's there to do small run products, because once you get to a point where someone's that's brilliant, allow 50, 100, 2,000. That's when you need to use what we call ultra color, but it's a digital screen heat transfer, because you can scale that a lot quicker, and you can bring the price down a lot easier on a product like that. So those of you doing large run prints, if you want to bring the price of your transfer down from, say, a pattern to more like 20p, you need to be using ultra color standard on your large run jobs.
So it saves them money, really. When you get to a point where you're ordering, say, like 5 to 10 ultra color max sheets, you switch to ultra color standard and the price drops for the more you order. Whereas, like you said, the price for ultra color max will be £29 for one sheet, no matter how many you order, and that won't change. So again, it's just something that will help you out when you're doing your transfer orders, really.
Yeah, but it's going to be a great product for anyone who does personalisation, because you can, when you might be doing some initials or someone wants a name, you don't want to have to do that in vinyl.
You don't want 10 or 20 of someone's name.
No, and you want to be able to put sort of unlimited detail and unlimited colours onto one design for one person. It means there'll be an option where you could probably get 30 to 50 transfers on a sheet, so you could be looking at £1.50 per person, which then still leaves pretty healthy profit margin, still with the product that way. So the most important thing is not to get too hung up on the process of the transfer, because the end product will be exactly the same. They're both washed 60-70 plus washes, if not longer. And it's just a marginal difference in application.
So really, it's what you're looking to order on the website is whether you choose Ultra Colour Max for a minimum of one, or you switch to Ultra Colour for more. That's really all you need to know. The end product, the colours, quality, everything else is the same. Yeah,
so for those that attended Printwear Promotion, you'd have all had a go at testing it, taking the challenge on the stand to see just how easy it was to use.
That was great. I love seeing everyone's faces when they did the hot peel and realised it was completely done.
And it's still super low temperature. It's only 145 centigrade anyway as well, which is great. But if you couldn't attend the show, we do have a website, targettransfers.com/ultracolor-max, which is where you can sign up to get early access to it when it launches later in May. So this will be the first commercial grade direct film heat transfer that's available to order online.
Very exciting.
So very exciting for everyone. And we can have lots of videos around that. We'll do another podcast around the launch week as well. So if you do want to get first access to it and you want to be ahead of your competitors, make sure you go and sign up, or sign up for a newsletter, and you'll be the first to know, guaranteed. So another one of the big products that we saw a lot of at the show was levers kits. It's levers season at the moment. It's probably 6 weeks left of levers heat transfers.
Yes, most of our screens going through at the moment. I did actually do an Instagram story the other day, because I think there were probably about 20 screens lined up of completely just for one run on levers designs, and they were all so different. But the volume at the moment is insane. Yeah,
which is it's another great product. So if you've never done heat printing before and you're looking for product that you could very easily get started with and also make some nice profits with, it's a good one to start with. And there's still so many people I spoke to that are still using heat transfer vinyl to do levers hoodies, which is if you've done that before, you know how crazy and how long it takes. So to weed levers design, you could be looking at half an hour,
if not more, if I'm doing it.
You're never going to make any money doing it that way. So it's really nice to be able to meet people and show them just how easy it would be to do an alternative option for that. Which is, and you can see people's reactions. They were just like, "Oh my god, I've got so much of my life back now.
They did. I think Richard said at one point the customer came up to him and said, "You've changed my life with heat transfers," because they were weeding levers designs. But we had one of the new ultra colour ones on the stand on the display, and so many people were going, "Oh, we hadn't thought about doing that. What a good idea!" Because even though they know full colour transfers exist, it's more. Are we having technical issues? Even there we go. Even though they know that ultra colour, full colour transfers exist, levers is standard black, white, maybe one colour. But to combine the two together and get a product that you can up the profit by and everything else, I think they were all very surprised at how it actually looked in person. It's one thing seeing pictures of it and thinking, oh yeah, but the finished result on the stand looked really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I spoke to were really quite well that they can have about gang sheets as well. So if anyone's never seen a gang sheet before, never heard the terminology gang sheet, this basically means with heat transfers, you can put as many designs as you want onto one page, and that way, so you're doing levers, which are quite big prints, you can put other jobs underneath, do the badges at the same time,
labels,
get an initial sheet. That means that it's a really great way of bringing your profit margins up by taking the cost of the garment down quite a bit. So it's
also jumping around a bit, but going back to Ultra Colour Max, somebody said that when they do, because obviously if you do neck labels, you often do it for your own brand, so that you get the brand awareness, the increased sales in future, and all of that. But one customer actually said to me, also, if I'm doing Ultra Colour Max, I can just do 10 or 20 of the customer's logo neck label with their designs for their order, and that's another great service that you can offer without having to have loads of your customers' neck labels left to spare after you've done your order. If you're doing Ultra Max, you can just whack 5 or 6 or however many you need on the bottom of the sheet, and the detail and everything like that will be the same. So
exactly. So another great way to just boost the way your product looks. It makes it much more of a premium product that way.
And to be able to do short runs of your customer's brand, that's something I can imagine not a lot of heat printers would offer at the moment. So
no,
or you'd have to weed them, which just is a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. Bad idea.
No.
The other great thing for me was just seeing people's reaction around the detail of heat transfers now. So just to kind of give everyone a bit of context, if you've never attended a printwear show before, or if you've never seen heat transfer in person before, since the last Printwear Promotion show, which was January 2020, the technology available has come on leaps and bounds. So it's been quite a revolution in heat printing over the last couple of years. Previously, you had to do everything was full color as a print and cut design, and it has what we call a key line around it. So if you ever had a product that's just got a white line around the badge or a white box behind it, it's because it's a difficult design, it's hard to weed, and you don't want to be doing hundreds or thousands of those designs. But with heat transfers now, because we only print what the design is, there's no weeding, there's also no key lines as well. So it means that your product design keeps its integrity of design that way, which is really great. If you create these wonderful designs and then you go to get it printed, then you have to start compromising. No one wants to do that. So it's a really great way of
they never look as good, do they? Print and cut full colour versus
ultra. They're not as soft and as vibrant anyway. But you've also got that white circle or white box around it, which is not ideal for anyone. One of the other great things that I really enjoyed talking to lots of customers about was product efficiencies. And we're going to do an upcoming video in the next few weeks on this one, but it's really great to see so many people thinking about how much quicker they can do their work, how much more efficient they can do their work. Obviously, we know the last couple of years have been great for some, difficult for others, but coming out the other side, anyone that's kind of at least managed to maintain, it means that now is a real chance to actually start thinking about how to improve process efficiency. And one of the products that was really big at the show this year was laser alignment systems.
Yes, that was really popular because we took one of the, obviously the Dual Air Fusion has the lasers attached and come with the standard anyway. But we also took one of the portable laser alignments with us, and that was very popular. I think we already sold about 5 or 10 of those.
Just on the first morning
of Printwear Promotion. So very popular.
So this is a really great little gadget if you want to maintain consistency across everything you do. So obviously some of you might just be doing it yourself, some of you might have 5, 10, 20 people heat printing for you. with the laser alignment system, you basically get 4 laser lines, and you can turn them into a grid on your t-shirt. So you get like a helping guide to go with it. Essentially, you can beam the lasers down onto your t-shirt, onto your bottom platen, and create a product grid for where the heat transfer or heat transfer vinyl goes. So that no matter who's doing heat printing, if you just say, put the transfer in this tiny box, line it up with this line, you can have the design in the same place across every single garment you print that way, which is a really great way to maintain consistency and quality across the product. Because that way, if someone was to put all your designs in a line next to each other, they all look the same. They wouldn't be like one left chest up by your ear and one down by the bottom of the t-shirt. It means that you've got a really nice, consistent, especially if you're selling for brand or retail, it's a great way to just ensure that everything looks great.
Yeah. Assuming the t-shirt goes on in the same position as well.
Yeah.
Somebody said that to me at the show, and I was like, well, realistically, if you've got the 40x50 platen, you have to have the neck label and the seams of the shoulders or arms or whatever off anyway. So you're near enough in that it goes on pretty straight, especially with the quick slips as well. It's easy enough to just...
I'd say if you're doing a large run of t-shirts, you shouldn't be going small, medium, large, X large, small, medium, large, X large. You should just be doing all smalls, all mediums, all larges in a row.
Yeah.
Because it'll be a lot more efficient to do it that way anyway.
Cool.
And the other thing as well was just air fusions. People love air-powered heat presses now. This has been one of the most popular products for us over the last 12. I mean, they've always been popular, but the last 12 months we've seen a real uptick in people thinking about how they treat the people who are using heat presses and getting them these really nice air-powered presses. All you need to do is press 2 little buttons with your fingertips. The press goes down, and that's it. Everything else is controlled by the heat press. The air pressure makes sure it goes down with the most accurate pressure you could ever imagine. It times it. It's got the temperature set. So it's one press down, one press up, and move on to the next garment. It's fantastic.
So the actual manual labour involved is next to none.
Yeah,
really, when you think about it.
Yeah, and with the dual A, you can get prepping your next one on the second platen at the same time, so you can get through all your work twice as fast as well. It's even better.
2 at the same time.
So you can increase your printing volume, your capacity quite quickly that way.
Yeah. No, the dual air fusion was definitely one of the most popular ones that we were showing people.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't think it stopped for the entire 3 days that we were there. I think the air compressor's about to, how long do air compressors last? Do they have a shelf life or?
No, they last for a long, long time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
If you buy a good quality one, like the ones we have available with presses, they last a long time.
Yeah, I would recommend buying our one if you buy the dual, because you know that it's compatible with a machine that's as big as that.
Yeah.
But yes, okay, it's cool. So should we talk about who we spoke to at P&P? Because we had a lot of chats with some of the blank suppliers, which was really fun. And we've hopefully got some exciting things in the pipeline for the next upcoming months this year, for the rest of 2022. So I'm excited about that. But we spoke to Bella Canvas, who we've got coming in very, very soon to do some content with us. But they had a really colourful stand, didn't they? It was so colour coordinated. Everything went in gradients. I loved it. It was very satisfying to look at. And they very kindly gifted us some of their blanks as well to show you guys in future live videos. So that was fun. But yeah, we even got one of the graffiti. They had a graffiti artist doing designs for all their customers on their t-shirts, and they did one for us in Ultra Colour Max, which I'm sure you'll see at some point on our socials. But yeah, that was fun.
I think they had the best stand, apart from us, obviously, for promoting product. I think amongst the blanks companies, having the graffiti artists there was a great idea, because it's a real centerpiece to the stand. It really got people engaged with the product. I think it was a real hit with a lot of the customers I spoke to. It
was a hit with me. I loved it. I kept going back over there hoping to get another one. But I didn't realise as well, Sam was talking me through the neck labels, because we use Bella Canvas t-shirts quite a lot, and Just Hoods as well, for our sort of neck label live videos, because you can remove the tags, add your own branding. But what I didn't realise was in the Bella Canvas tees, they actually have 2 separate tags and they're on top of each other. But if you pull the top one away, the second one has the wash instructions and the care label and everything else. So you just can remove the Bella Canvas branding, add your own in, but leave the care instruction, which makes it a lot easier when you're ordering your neck labels, because the only thing you have to get in transfer is your branding and maybe even size of t-shirt.
Yeah.
So that was a cool development. I didn't realise. I pulled them both out, and Sam went, "Oh no, you don't have to pull them both out. Obviously, you can if you want to add everything in custom to you." But I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. I mean, Bella Campus is probably one of the leading tri-blend t-shirt manufacturers. Yeah. If you've ever had that t-shirt, it's a little bit softer, slightly better cut and fit on it as well. They tend to be the one where it's come from.
Yeah, their sweatshirts are so soft as well. I was wearing one yesterday, and they just are so comfortable. The inside has like a soft fleece. Yeah, and their main focus for this year is colour. So everything was super bright, super colourful. Which I think is going to go very well with all of our new Ultra Max samples when we start producing content for that as well.
Absolutely.
So that was very fun. And then you spoke to James at AWDIs.
Yeah, so All We Do Is had had 5 stands this year.
Was it 5? That was massive.
Yeah, they had a lot of different products. They split everything out as polos, hoodies, athleisure, and some of the other sort of more corporate wear as well. But they had a lot on show this year because they're just about to bring out their 80th colour hoodie. So
they had the colours for voting there as well, which was fun.
Yeah, so anyone attended, they had 5 different colour options, so you could vote to see which was going to be the 80th colour, and that'll be out, I think, probably later this year or beginning of next year at least anyway. I
didn't actually get a chance to vote. I wanted to, but I was too busy filming our stand and I completely forgot.
And one of the products that they had as well was saying, well, they go back to Lever's hoodies actually. They do a lot of the Lever's hoodies. They tend to be one of the most popular brands for that. So if you do go down Lever's hoodie route, they tend to be a good one to get in touch with because they have they've got 79 colours, so it's quite easy to match like a red or a blue or a green to the school's colour.
Yeah.
That can fit nicely. And we know for a fact that they print Lever's hoodies, Lever's transfers onto them work like a dream. So it's really, really easy to do.
They are the ones that we used in our Lever's live videos as well. The orange one, the pink one, the black one, they were all from Just Hoods.
James was telling me that the cross-neck hoodies were particularly popular.
I was just about to bring those up, because you can add, I'm assuming, you can sell those for a lot more because they've got a bit of an added, they look a bit more premium, I guess. Yeah,
I've seen some of our customers buying them for say £10 and then selling them for like £50-60 with some of our ultra colour transfers on. You can, if
the design's good enough, the quality's there.
Yeah, if you've got the artwork to go with it, you can really make a killing on those ones.
Yeah.
And then the other products they had quite a lot of tie-dye coming out as well. And this is popular, quite saw some amongst quite a few of the other blanks companies as well. But tie-dye, there's lots of tie-dye blanks this year. There's a few sort of ombre blends as well. And they seem to be ones that they expect to be really big this year and even perhaps going into next year as well. So I would encourage you to go and have a look at those, snap them up where you can, because a lot of our customers, feedback we've had from them is that they're looking to use that sort of product for at least for the summer at least.
It's different, isn't it? It's something that not many people, I know tie-dye is quite big at the moment, but finding a decent blanks company that do high quality ones. And they actually ran out by the end of the show. So on the second day when we went over and did our interview with James, he gave us a couple to fuse on our stand. So we did Ultra Max on them and that looked really good. And then we went back on the last day to ask if we could have a couple more for content here. And they had all gone. Every single tie-dye t-shirt, hoodie, everything had disappeared out the cupboard. So I think they're going to fly off the shelf.
Yeah, they've got much more a premium blend with the way they've done the ink colours on those. They look a lot smarter than some of the sort of cheaper ones that you've seen out there.
Yeah, no, they did look really good and they felt amazing as well.
The other company that had a really nice stand, it was just next to ours actually, was Mantis, which I think you've worked with them a few times with vegan projects on their t-shirts, but they had some nice new products as well, didn't they?
Yes. So I spoke to Laura at Mantis World and she took us through all of their new products for this year. And the cool thing that they've done that I thought was a really good idea is they've put QR codes in the labels in the t-shirt. So not in the neck label, but in the side one. And when you're buying the products, all you have to do is scan the QR code and it'll pop up on their website of what you're saving. So whether it's like 50% recycled or how much, how many plastic bottles, or then I thought that was a really good idea because that's a USP for your customers, but also for you as a brand. I thought it was just really quick and easy way when you're on their stand, flicking through all of the hoodies and t-shirts and yeah, that was good. And they also had a lot of the baby wear and sort of teenage years as well. So you can do matching mama, baby, all of those kind of designs in the exact same colour, exact same sweatshirt. And they are absolutely adorable. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some of those get them to come in and bring some, and we can make some matching
Yeah.
garments. But they were very, very good, high quality as well, really, really high quality.
Yeah, I definitely encourage everyone to check them out, because I know from basically people coming in for our masterclasses here that having something that's nice and eco-friendly is really big in the UK at the moment. So you could take a vegan t-shirt or an eco-friendly t-shirt, match it with a water-based ink to ultracolor, and you can get a really eco-friendly product that way that customers will really respond to, and especially if it's part of your brand identity to have a really eco-friendly product. It's really easy to do that at scale now.
Yeah.
And before you could always buy ecologically friendly t-shirts, but they're always a bit browns and greens and colours and products that no one really actually wanted, but the actual quality of the product feels just as good as any t-shirt now.
Yeah, they had all the neutrals, they had sort of like stone and things like that, and then they had pastels, khaki, some of the brighter colours as well. So yeah, there's definitely a lot going on with Mantis World this year. But we did interviews with all three of these suppliers. So Bella Canvas, All We Do Is, and Mantis World. So they'll be coming to our YouTube channel very soon. So keep an eye peeled for that. And then lots of future content. We're hoping to get them on the podcast as well. So if you've got any questions that you would like to ask any of the blank garment suppliers, do send them over to us. And then when they come in, we'll be sure to grill them on your questions.
Absolutely. One of the other brands I just wanted to highlight quickly was Beachfield and Bag Base. So this was stands quite near to ours, but they had some really great new bag products. So anyone that's making bag products, but more from a boutique point of view, they had some really great handbags, purses,
massive tote bags as well. They're that was brand new, actually. I found out on the day. Yeah,
they had a really big tote bag with a yoga mat holder on the side of it as well, which I thought was quite clever.
Was cool. Yeah, it's a shame the yoga mat doesn't come with the bag though. They look quite good.
But they're only like £3 some of the bags, which is crazy, because I've seen some of them with just a simple bit of monogrammed gold vinyl on going for like 50-60 quid with some of our other customers. So that's one that if you're thinking about getting into heat printing, or you're already doing it and you think about maybe adding some bags into it, that could be a good option for you as well.
Yeah, the backpacks that you were looking at as well have really come on in the last few months. So they've got all of the different like zip attachments and things versus what they used to be, which is just your standard backpack, really.
Yeah, they've got lots of great detail and stitching on them. They look really, really great this year. I thought they had a really nice new range that I definitely encourage everyone to go and check out as well. Yeah. And also, they've always been known for their hats at Beachfield. We've done some videos with how to create a hat business with them before, which I encourage you to go back and watch if you thought about that. But yeah, really high quality products, and you can make some really great stuff for your customers. So I'd definitely encourage you to get some samples next time you place a blanks order and have a bit of play around with those. Yeah, and again, hopefully they're going to be coming in with some of their new products and showing us all about how to decorate them, what they think is popular, profit margins, everything like that. So lots of exciting things to come. Very, very productive weekend. Yeah, absolutely. So there's so much to see at Printwear Promotion. We're going to be doing lots more follow-up content on how to make the most of the products that are there. So if anyone had missed it, don't worry about it. We've got you covered, because we'll make sure that we bring that value to absolutely all of you over the coming months and the rest of the year. Yeah. If you do want to go to any of there are Printwear Promotion follow-up events that are going to be happening over the next 2 months. If you'd like to know more about them, they're on our website, targettransfers.com/events. So if you'd like to know how to master design and placement, if you want to know how to market your t-shirt business, if you want to just have a straight up masterclass on what are direct-to-film heat transfers and when you should and shouldn't be using them, we've got those. Or if you just want to have more of a one-to-one masterclass business clinic, how to get started, or how to actually get those product efficiencies, then just book onto one of those and we'll be able to help you start, run and grow your business that way. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. And then if you're watching on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, not 4, 5. And comment anything or send us a message that you'd like us to cover in future episodes, questions for anyone. And we will see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
I wasn't following our podcast on socials. That's not good, is it?